Hello and welcome to Dotto Tech. We've done a lot of very cool projects with our printers in the past, but most of them have been paper-based projects. After all, printers print on paper. But new ink technologies and the advances in the paper handling capabilities in today's printers gives us the opportunity to print on more than just paper. So today, we're going to look at printing on everything but paper. Now, the star of the show has to be Epson for several reasons. This Stylus Photo R1800 is one of just a series of Epson printers and multifunction devices that excels in handling a variety of media. The R1800 is a wide format printer, meaning it can print on 13-inch wide sheets. This makes it a craft dream machine. People like scrapbookers love the ability to print on 12 by 12 sheets of paper. And the R1800, it'll actually handle up to 13 by 44 inches. But scrapbookers use paper. I mock their media. How about printing on canvas? Now that is not paper. Epson makes canvas for their printers, and it comes in rolls. You have to cut it down to size before printing, but you can make beautiful paintings like this. Now, there are two things that a printer needs to do before you can print on different media. First of all, you have to have a feed mechanism to allow for different media types, and you need an ink that's going to work on different medias. It really all comes down to the ink technology, because not all printers will, for example, print on canvas. For this printer, though, it's a piece of cake, because Epson's ultrachrome inks are pigment-based inks. Now, most printers use dye-based inks. And there's nothing wrong with dye-based ink. It's fine. Dye-based actually penetrates the surface of the media, and it actually dyes it. It just penetrates that little surface layer, so it actually dyes, say, the fibers of paper that it's printing on. But pigment-based inks are like paint. The ink rests on top of the media, and then it bonds to it. So for things like a canvas, if you had a dye-based ink, it would spread within the canvas. You wouldn't get a nice, clean image. Pigment-based ink rests on top like paint, and you can then print to canvas. Let me talk a little bit about the R1800 for a moment. One of the big strengths is the inks itself, the ultrachrome inks, and it uses 8 individual cartridges. Besides the standard colors, it also has a true red and a true blue, meaning those colors don't have to be mixed from the other colors, so you get a much more dynamic range of colors and richer colors. This printer has a resolution of 5760 by 1440 dots per inch, and a company called Wilhelm Research measures how long photos last before they fade if they're properly stored. Epson Ultrachrome inks on good photo quality paper will last between 100 and 200 years if they're stored properly without fading, and actually 300 years if they're stored in the dark. I'm in the dark about a lot of things, so I guess that speaks well for my longevity. Let's look at how we would go about actually creating or turning a photograph into a painting, which becomes then a piece of art. I've got Adobe Photoshop Elements open here. Most photo editing packages will have filters that will allow us to convert regular photographs into artwork. And if we take a look here in the filter area, we'll find a series of artistic filters that we can apply to our photo. We got a nice photo here of boats in a canal. Looks good enough as a photo, but if we convert this into a painting, it might just look spectacular. Now, all of these filters are available to us right away. We can also download more. Once you probably want to experiment with them all, but once you choose one, you can modify it even more to adjust, say, the brush size within the photo. Once you've got all your settings right, you take a look. Here, we've taken a photo and converted it into a nice piece of art. If I like this, I'm going to print it off, test, make sure that it looks perfect exactly the way I want, and then I can finally print it onto the canvas. This is a craft that's going to blow you or the recipient of it as a gift away. I actually know several companies that are making a pretty good living out of doing portraits this exact way. Now, I know what you're thinking. This is an expensive solution, but it's really not. The printer retails for around the $500 range, which is a little more than a standard 8.5 by 11 photo printer, but not that much more, and it does so much more. So here's a gift idea. Get portraits taken of the family. Convert them into oils or watercolors, print them off for the grandparents for Christmas. For the cost of basically one sitting for a real painting, or even less than that, you can do the whole family and have a printer left over to boot. It's a great idea. One thing you have to do, though, at the very end, is you have to take a paintbrush yourself, black paint, and then do a nice signature on it, because after all, you are the artiste. Now, I'm in the mood for more media. What about transparencies? You can see right through me. You know, transparencies used to equal boredom. The only thing we used transparencies for in the past was overheads for presentations. Oh, well, now all of the same benefits of pigment-based inks apply to transparencies, and we can make brilliant ones. we see light boxes all over the place. Those are the little boxes with a translucent cover that have light behind for signage and other advertising type applications. So here is a great example of that. We just fired this off, printed it off. Today's special, submarine sandwiches, $3.99. Looks delicious. I'll have 3, thanks. You can use it for restaurant type applications, for trade shows, or any type of signage. There's our logo. Maybe we should incorporate this into the set. A nice light box in the set. Is it time for Extreme Set Makeover, Dotto Tech Edition? Now, transparencies also work great for seasonal projects for kids, window art, things like Halloween or Christmas, being able to create a transparency, hang it in the window, and use nature's light box to illuminate it. Let's move on and look at some other things that aren't paper, such as CDs and DVDs. Now, this is an inkjet printable CD. Now, the key thing about the printer being able to handle inkjet printable CDs or DVDs is you need something called a flat paper path. We can't bend this around a printhead, so we need to be able to take media in flat and then send it out flat, and the R1800 does that with a plumb. Now, you've got a little utility here that ships with the Epson that allows us to label and create our own labels for inkjet printable CDs and DVDs. And the unique thing about this is not just text and graphics, but you can also incorporate photos on it, which can give you some really nice looking labels for your CD and DVD collection. And they've also got, besides the white ones, which we just looked at, they have these ones here now that have a matte finish that will accept inkjet, so you can print on the silver lining. Yeah, I guess there is a silver lining. If we take a look here, an example of the kind of professional quality that you can put on your own labels quickly and easily. Now, this is ideal for doing things like birthday party videos that you're going to share with your family and labeling your own collection. We need more things that aren't paper. How about t-shirts? T-shirts aren't paper, so you can do t-shirt transfers that says, I'm with stupid, or you can do a black t-shirt that says, I'm with stupid, but I'm wearing a black t-shirt. There's also printable fabric, so you can do your own quilting projects, or you can make pillows, or you can make some really, really cool bandages. I'm always looking for creative uses of technology, things that are a little off the beaten track. Printing all these different media offers us some really cool and creative opportunities. And the best part is, this isn't beyond anyone's skill set. Take your time, use a bit of imagination, and you're going to come up with some special results.
For more information about any of the products we cover on the show, drop by our website at dottotech.com.